Okay, so first, could you give us your name, and if you could give us a little background info about what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Alisha. I'm the Community Recreation Coordinator here at Mcfarland School District. I've been in the rec and aquatics world since I've been 14 and actually started working at the pool at that time as a basket attendant for swim lessons. Did that for quite a few years. I actually worked my way up the ranks through lifeguard, assistant manager, senior manager, and then got the opportunity to use my degree, which is in marketing, in our district office and main high school office. So I did a couple of jobs in the district office for a while, and then worked in the main high school office for 5 years, doing a lot of things with attendance and behavior, and also kept the recreation assistant as part of my job to ensure that it was a year-round job, so that I could have health insurance and all that fun stuff. So once our athletic director, who was also kind of taking the rec department lead role as well, said, hey, I can't do this anymore. It's too much. This program needs to be done full-time and properly. My supervisor, who's my business manager, came to me and said, hey, would this be something that you're interested in? And the rest is history. So,
Nicely done.
Yes. So I've been in this role for about 1.5 years now.
Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to come into a field like this?
Well, I've always loved, like I said, the rec and aquatic world. I mean, playing games and swimming. I mean, that's what hopefully we all grew up doing. But, I was really, head first into it. And so I've never lost that passion to be in this industry.
Gotcha. So. Could you just give us a rundown of what an average day looks like for you?
Oh, God. The word average in recreation doesn't exist. So typically, I'll come in the morning, check my emails right away, call people back that, have left voicemails and such. And it really depends on what season we're in. It changes day to day. Like today, I was planning on working on our website and getting that all updated. And I ended up being able to go outside and enjoy the sunshine all day. So it really varies. I do try to work for the pool and help them out about 10 hours a week or so. And that's just senior managing and lifeguarding, when his college kids can't come back and I'm in the building, so why not? Why wouldn't I help?
Right,
so, but really it really varies day to day into what season that you're in. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part about your job?
The kids. Seeing the kids and seeing them have fun, and now the fact that I'm not working just in the high school, I get to see 4K through adults, and it's kind of nice to see the variety of ages and who I'm able to get involved with our programming.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are there any negatives about your job, or if you could change anything, would you?
Well, right now I'm basically about a department of 1.5. We've got our my former recreation coordinator. He's been sticking around. He's retired. He's also our head baseball coach, and so I've been learning a lot from him, and I think you know him as well, John. Yeah. So I've been learning a lot from him, especially in the baseball realm. I think what I would change is to be able to eventually grow the program and be able to get back to some more daytime hours, because right now my hours are all over the place. It really depends on the day. Once winter hits, I switch to taking Mondays off because I come in on Saturdays, and I gotta have a couple of days off. There's open gyms that we host on Wednesday nights, and I don't come in till noon, but I work till 9. So, the hours are all over the place. So a little bit of normalcy, I guess, once we were able to grow the program will be nice.
Gotcha.
So.
What kinds of opportunities are there for people like me to kind of get a foot in the door in this kind of field?
Oh, I would say starting off as you have, reffing, umpiring, that kind of stuff. Once you know the sport and you're able to decide, hey, is this a field that I want to go into? Going to school for it is a huge thing. I didn't necessarily go to school for recreation management, but marketing, which is huge aspect of this job. I mean, you got to tell people, hey,
Get
these
the
are
word
the
around,
yeah,
right,
these
yeah.
are the programs that I'm offering, and really build the excitement up for these type of programs, especially those special events that a lot of places host, that kind of stuff. So marketing and officiating, coaching would be another one for sure. But yeah, just talking to people and networking for
Gotcha.
sure.
How are you seeing this field change? Like certain trends, new programming,
Oh gosh, yeah.
other ways?
A lot of, I would say youth sports aren't dying out by any means, but they're changing, in the sense that a lot of people like to do more fitness activities and not necessarily sports. So, we'll host some yoga or some TRX and stuff like that, not necessarily just for adults too. We want to be able to reach, one thing that I have noticed is trying to reach the high school age students is really difficult, and because they've got their own school sports going on, and then for them to think about doing either another sport or something else besides being on their phone, that's been difficult. But it's as long as they're doing something and being active, if they're not paying through my department, I'm not too upset. I just want them to continue to be active. So
What was the biggest challenge you faced to get to this point in your career? If there was any.
Oh gosh,
If there were any.
that's a tough question. I think just the time that it took. Mcfarland's somewhere where people usually stick around for a long time. So I didn't know if this was I had no idea that this was the role that I was going to be in when I was working in the high school office. I knew at that time that, I had gone through 5 years. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to stick around the office, but at the same time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I've been fortunate enough in my life that I've found that typically things kind of tend to fall into my lap, and I don't know if it's because I network as much as I do or what it is, but I've been fortunate enough to have those kind of things happen to me. So I would probably say the time that it had took to really figure out what I wanted to do and this position to open up.
Gotcha. And this was just kind of a side question. This kind of came up, but so not all people in your position work in the school necessarily. So is there a certain reason why you work in the school, or you don't work at the Parks and Rec department?
Yeah, so our Parks department is actually the Park and Street division here in the village. They've never really wanted to take on a recreational role at the village level. I think in their mind, I think it's an expense that they've always said, well, the school district has always done a really good job. Now, saying that, I love the fact that I am ran through the school district. I have so much more opportunity to reach these children. We have a database that has every single student in the district that I'm able to email out, to every single parent in the district and know that they've got the information. Now, the bad side about that is that I don't reach the people that don't have kids that live in the village. So that's been a struggle that we've been trying to figure out. How do we reach these other people? How do we reach the senior citizens? How do we, that's been difficult. So, but, like I said, the majority of our programming is youth programming. And so the fact that, and you have to be a resident to participate. So, we do have a few open enrolled kids that are in our programming as well, but I know that they're a student because I can look them up in our database. So, it's been, I highly suggest Ben Dayton over in Lake Mills is another person. They run their rec department through the school district, and we talk about how much we love it at all these monthly meetings that we have, and other people are like, well, how do you reach them? And I'm like, well, how do you reach the other people? So it's a good mix, of both.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And then my last question is, what do you like to do in your free time off the job?
Oh my gosh. I really enjoy hanging with my friends. We're at the age where, everybody's either married or getting married or having kids or have kids, so just getting out over to their houses, hanging out with them, friends and family, being outdoors, doing stuff that I don't offer here,
Right.
you know? So, I mean, I'm not a big, organized sports person because I live in Stoughton, even though we have a great rec department down there. But I haven't been real into that, but just trying to be out in nature and be active, get my dog outside, go to the state parks, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I'm still recreationally active, but yeah, not necessarily through the actual departments.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabe. That was fun.